Morning show. We run this show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. Eastern time each and every week, where we discuss all things NFTs, crypto, stock market, finance, entertainment, technology, gaming, and everything in between. I'm your host, Pio, here with my co-host, Nifty Nick. Signal, the one and only, the author of the Nifty Daily Digest. You should sign up at thenifty.com. King Kicks, the CEO of Crypto Raiders, the intelligent degenerate, the guy that lets it fly and often loses it all. Easy Eats Bodega, the Solana celebrity, the host of GM Market Talk, among other shows, and the founder of Bodogos, soon to hit a blockchain near you. Then we got Bunny. Bunny, in your bio, it just says to please put you on the whitelist for people's NFT projects.
Yep, thanks for reading that one, Pio. So, dude, sometimes when you own a Bored Ape, you just get put on these things. You wouldn't get it, man. Nick probably knows what I'm talking about.
Nick, can you relate to Bunny's bio today?
Yeah, I mean, I get put on allow lists all the time, but I just don't mint them. So, I guess kind of. Look, I'm not here to make money anymore. I'm just here for the energy and for the sort of a lot of the people that just sit here to throw shade. I love, just watching crypto Twitter talk crap for the most part. That's kind of why I'm here at this point. Just for the negativity. Honestly, it went from positivity to negativity. I'm just here for the negativity. So, and that includes me not minting the things that I'm on the allow list for.
Well, there you go. We also have Spencer on stage, the founder of Spencer Ventures, representing for institutional capital in the NFT space. Spencer, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm doing real good. Pretty exciting week. Things pumped over the weekend. We'll see if they keep pumping or if they fall off a cliff. Always exciting, keeping you on the edge of the seat.
Well, I'm going to be curious to see which one happens. Are you taking action in case either one happens?
Yeah, I sold a bunch of ETH over the weekend. No reason not to take some profits here. As I said, last couple of weeks been selling from NFTs to ETH. Nice little gains here, but I think we could run harder here. I think that there could be a bigger rally. So we'll see if things pump harder. Great, got big bags. If things kind of dump off, sold a little bit, maybe I'll buy back in. I don't know, but always good to sort of be like indifferent to where things go. That's where I like to be.
I'd love to hear it, Spencer. Signal, or I can't tell if Signal is ready to rock right now. I was just going to ask how her weekend was across the pond. Over here in New York, it was quite cold. Let me tell you, it was quite cold this weekend. How's your weekend across the pond, Sig?
Yeah, weather sucked. But on Friday when I was like, crypto go burr, and then you were like, burb. Oh, no, I said burb.
You said burb.
Yeah, well, it did. So actually, it's just so nice when you wake up and you look and you're like, crypto's up. And then, yeah, like Spencer was saying, you feel good because you took the advice that we've been talking about every single day, which is make sure you stay, have some stables, have some ETH, just have diversify a little bit. So when I saw BTC up, ETH up, Sol looking sunny, right? Easy. Yeah, felt good. So I did the same. I sold a little bit over the weekend just to take some profits.
That's good. I sold nothing. Okay, so I bought in. I'm up right now. Nothing sold. They say nothing sold, nothing gained.
Sure. I guess that they could say that. Fun fact, some of my rare Pepes sold over the weekend. So that's how you know that there's some activity as people are going back for those.
Well, I've had some Solana people ask how to buy those. So what? It's like, yeah, people are interested in the rare Pepe market.
That's hilarious. Knowing what I know now, that hindsight's 2020. There was just this moment. I want to say it was late 2021. Yeah, late 2021, where basically the whole crypto Illuminati got together and decided that they were going to pump rare Pepes in one focused force as hard as they possibly could, and that's when I bought them. So there you go. All the guys that have been holding them since 2018 decided now is the moment to dump them on new market participants like that jackass PO. And would you look at that? It worked. Kix, how are you doing, amigo? How's everything going at home with the family? You're muted, buddy.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. Doing great. Having a good weekend. It was a good time. Got a lot done. Chilled out yesterday. Feeling great today. It's always a happier weekend when, ETH is sitting up nice and pretty. So, yeah, it was good.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Nick, do you want to introduce some audience members?
Yeah, but who is the rare Pepe? The VVD? Isn't that who?
Well, VVD. Yeah, I mean, yes.
What does VVD stand for?
Vince Van Dough.
Vince Van Dough. He was the one really pumping it. You know what I'd wonder about is is Vince Van Dough basically like the counter position to his other wallet? You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Like
at that level, anything goes.
So it's basically, I've been holding on to these bad boys in another wallet for a long time. Now I'm going to make a big bet here and buy them from myself at an insane price. And
dump the other 50%.
Yeah. Is there anything
when you're in some of these elite alpha discords, it may just be you and another person running 9 accounts. You never really know these days.
These elite alpha discords that are actually just manipulating you.
It's you and just one other person that is running like 40 discords.
I'm in an alpha group with myself, and let me tell you, we are moving the markets around.
It's a little bit of a roller coaster ride, huh, Nick? Some days you guys have some good days, sometimes you have some bad days, huh?
It's just Nick and his bipolar personality just going up and down.
NFT Junkie 1.eth, whose username is AdamBack22324050. That's an easy one to remember. CEO of NFT Junkie 1, part owner of Basie 2504. Just doing the best I can. Seen it all in NFT land. DM me. What does 223245050 stand for? Is that like a Greg?
I was going to ask, is this guy?
No, that's
is that
his social security number. He just does it at the end of his username so he doesn't forget it.
Is that his username or his password, Nick?
Oh, that could be a social security number. That would actually make sense. I like that one.
I got Subpar Ceiling. That's subpar.eth, repping in Azuki. He's a member of the Nifty portal community. I know that. He's London School of Economics 22. That means you already graduated, buddy. Congratulations. And he's also repping the UK flag, so shout out to Signal. This is one of your countrymen, and it says that he's a serial GMer. Nick, I'd argue being a serial GMer is better than being a serial axe murderer. What do you think about that?
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. It took me a minute there because I really had to think hard, but I think it's gonna go the way that you're talking about, which is a serial GM is good. I've been doing GMs every day, and my impressions have gone up, but what I've noticed is I've lost hundreds of followers. So I'm not sure. People may be offended by me quoting
I've been losing followers too. It's got to be a bot thing. It's got to be there's no way they're just like, I don't want this asshole telling me good morning anymore.
They're like, I've had enough of this. He's been quoting the situation for far too long, 2 days in a row.
I think it's a bot thing.
Well, I got someone else. It was my turn. OX Farah, I think it was .eth. She's a 2D and 3D artist, so just an all-around artist. Maybe 4D. Maybe she's playing 5D. I don't even know. Crypto investor, visual ASMR. Farah's Labyrinth. Art is. Can you just have visual ASMR? I don't think that that's just sort of a saying, but it's just not accurate.
It's called pornography, Nick.
Okay. Art plus degenning at Manifold. Maybe she works at Manifold, and she has a foundation profile that you can check out. OX Farah. She's created 32 pieces. Shout out to her. Oh, she does have some dope pieces. I did see this the other day, actually. So nice stuff. She does a lot of 3D stuff as well.
There we go. I got one more. Ryan Betancourt, the CEO of Wild Earth Pets. He's passionate about building the future. He's also a partner in a fund, and it says food after, and then another fund, and it says Web3. I think you should invest in our business with both funds. We could pivot to food somehow. I'll do some cooking videos. We'll do all that. I also see Ryan's got a video at the top of his Twitter. He's got some serious sideburns, looking like some late 90s, early 2000s Jack Black movie sideburns. Love to see those chops, Ryan. Keep them coming. Nick, do you have one more for us?
Well, I have more than one, Pio, because we have a number of people that are in here. I'm going to go with Bags, BAG $. Bags NFTs, a Web3 nomad, NFT and crypto enthusiast. Learned a lot about him today. That's an insightful bio. We also got Basil Taleb, who is an architect and artist, creating entities with code, artworks on Maker's Place and Ninfa. Dude, have you bought anything on Maker's Place?
Maybe I had to one time because OpenSea was broken, but that also doesn't sound right. That might have been on Rarible, so probably not. Oh, I have bought something on Maker's Place. I bought like a piece of art by an artist I was friendly with because like everybody in the squad was buying it.
There you go. Supporting the squad. That's the type of thing we like to do. Hey, if everyone's buying a property, you got to get in. You got to throw cash at that property. You know, that's just how it goes. My crew invests, you know.
There you go. So we're going to move on to the weather report in just a second. I just wanted to also note, Nick, look at the people requesting to speak on your phone. We got FeetPix WTF official account asking to speak. We famously on this show declared that they were going to be going to zero. We were wrong. And then Kaleo started charting them and insisting that it was a good-looking chart. And
Are we wrong about that? I mean, inevitably they're going to zero. I get so many responses from people about feet picks, though. It's just ridiculous. Like they'll
responses when you send them a feet pick like via text or
no, like I posted something completely unrelated. And they're just in the replies talking about feet picks as though I give a crap. Guess what? Guess what? I don't.
That's what virality looks like, Nick. Well, anyway, over to our weather report. Is it Kicks?
Snoop Dogg's requesting also.
It's not the real
that's
Snoop
not
Dogg.
the real Snoop Dogg.
It's not.
We see you. We know you're fake.
Hello, today is Monday, January the 16th, 2023. OpenSea volume coming in at $12.1 million. Looking over at the leaders in NFTs, we have Apes down at 73.6, Mutants 16.4, Punks holding strong 66.9, Azuki 14.7, Moonbirds dipping down 8.2, Pudgies below 6, high 5s, Doodles holding pretty strong at 8, Clonex still in the gutter 5.6. Over the past 24 hours, we have a kid called Beast, acronym AKCB, leads OpenSea ranks. Project describes itself as an augmented reality project bridging physical and digital culture through art, fashion, music, and technology. I mean, what aren't they going to try to do? Project was heavily botted, so they paused the mint, led to secondary prices going up as people FOMO'd in. Collection did over 1,000 ETH in volume, and floor hit an average of 0.7 ETH before settling down at 0.35 ETH. Pretty cool art, though. I'll give them credit for that. Like the texturization on their clothing. Open edition Checks VV by Jack Butcher was a 24-hour mint for $8. Ended around 16K supply. That collection then skyrocketed in value after the visual artist introduced new burn mechanics. The news has grabbed the attention of several big influencers, and the floor price is holding at 0.2 ETH from $8. You do the math. Do the math yourself. Notable sales over the weekend include Pranksy sweeping 122 friendship bracelets holding a 0.5 ETH floor. Dingling, not going to let Pranksy show him up, went over to the memes, swept a full set of those. Lastly, Proof's head of art, Eli Shine, shared on Twitter that Grails 3 has 3 art block curated artists, 3 artists who have done major PFP projects, 1 artist represented by one of the largest trad art galleries in the world dropping their Genesis NFT, and 1 artist from season 2. Grails 3 passed 2.6 ETH. Quickly looking at crypto, Bitcoin 20.7, ETH 1544, Solana 23, Polygon trying to get above $1. Back to you in the studio.
That's what I like to hear, Kick. Some other updates from the Nifty Daily Digest, the newsletter that you have to subscribe to. Go to the nifty.com. You have to subscribe there. So make sure that you go and you do it. First story is Bored Ape Yacht Club shared a 4-minute video explainer for the latest update on Sewer Pass and the Dookie Dash game. Nick, have you been spending a lot of time playing Dookie Dash?
Well, the game isn't live, Pio, so no.
Well, there you go. You haven't played it yet.
Are you warming up, Nick? Like, what's your mentality? Are you waking up?
I downloaded Temple Run. I've been playing nonstop. I'm getting my wrists loose. I can't wait to kick Nick's ass.
I'm in a group chat with it's called a study group, which is hilarious because it turns out, well, I don't know what the studying did at all, but regardless, someone posted in there, wow, some of these people not happy about the game. That's why the floor price is down, because they're lazy and don't want to play the game. Hey, players, not because I'm lazy, it's because I have a life. What a ridiculous statement.
Nick, did your grandfather ever have one of those wrist strengtheners?
My grandfather?
Yeah, my grandfather had one. I don't know why it's weird to say.
No, my grandfather did not, but I have seen people that have them.
I just feel like you could use one of those just to like really make sure you can get his like maximum amount of sessions in. You know what I mean? Get that grip strong.
I think that's for grip, not for your wrist.
Yeah, I think it's gonna help that whole area out.
Well, there you go. Twitter has quietly expanded its new crypto feature that enables users to search the price of individual tokens, adding at least another 30 tokens, also known as shitcoins, ladies and gentlemen. But love to see some integration of crypto into Twitter at a deeper level. I was talking to Nick at a dinner with a very, very smart individual, and Nick said something that I'll definitely, it entered my mind. And Nick said the future of NFTs is deep integration with social media. There's a big old brain in that noggin, ladies and gentlemen. It's not all just making snarky jokes.
That wasn't the exact phrase that I used, but I appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, MetaMask announced that users want to stake that want to stake ETH and earn rewards for contributing to network consensus may do so correctly within MetaMask's Web3 application. So perhaps MetaMask now feeling some pressure from Phantom Wallet as Phantom Wallet does stuff. This is the second time that we've seen an ETH native platform not do anything for an extremely long time, then feel some pressure from another platform that originally was Solana based and then sought to disrupt ETH. The first time that we saw it was OpenSea refusing to do anything for basically a calendar year and a half, and then suddenly doing things when Magic Eden, Blur, and other platforms actually started doing things.
Wait, so with MetaMask, I can stake my ETH just through that very easily?
They've made that announcement, and it isn't clear whether that is live yet.
Not yet. It's in beta.
There you go. There you go. Last story, $2 million of Bored Apes were dumped to pay off loans. We were talking on this show about the leverage that was in the NFT market, specifically with Bored Apes. Prominent NFT trader Cyrus, that's Cirrus, said that 17 Bored Apes were dumped into bids on Blur for a total of $1.9 million. 495 Ethereum of that, you can do the math, it's about 30% or a little bit less than that, like 20, I don't know. You do the math.
I'm interviewing him on Wednesday. He's coming on the YouTube. We're talking to him about the trading strategy, how he turns sub 1 ETH into 100 ETH through mutant sales. I'm hyped.
I don't understand that. How'd you buy a mutant with less than an ETH?
Because he was buying them early.
I'll
wait for the interview.
Yeah, you got to tune in. Don't worry. We'll ask.
You guys wouldn't get it because you're not good enough traders. He bought mutants for 1 ETH. Figure it out. Anyway, 495 Ethereum was immediately used to pay off 11 collateralized Bored Apes. So those are your updates from the Nifty Daily Digest. Sign up at thenifty.com. Nick, it looks like you want to get something off your chest.
Yeah, I just realized, I don't know. I may be off a cycle on the Nifty, giving out a Nifty portal NFT. The price is down slightly as well, so now's a good time for me to give it away. It's down slightly because of the NFT God debacle. But in terms of giveaways, here's the deal. Just sign up at thenifty.com. I'll give away one on today's show. You can. I owed a second last week, so we're gonna have to. I'm back one, so I'm gonna have to give away 2. I'll give away another one another day this week, maybe even 3 this week. Why not get carried away? So sign up. I'm gonna give one before the end of the show. Head over to thenifty.com, thenifty.com. going to give away a portal. Just as a heads up, the way that's going to be working in the future. Well, regardless, we end up giving those away via the email list. Nothing to do with who's here in the morning show. However, there may be some other things upcoming that'll be based on the morning show. So stay tuned. But in the interim, just sign up for that email list. You're going to want to be on it. And you're going to get a little something special. The timing is unclear. I got to finalize some stuff today, but next, probably 2 weeks.
There you go. You heard it from Nifty Nick first. Well, look, I got to hear from Spencer, Easy, Kick, Signal, fuck it, Bunny, about the market. I got to understand, what are we doing here? What do we think about the crypto price action? If you guys have been following friend of the show, Kaleo, he's been basically windmill dunking on bears over the past 2 weeks, calling it Kaleo season and posting his charts saying that we're going to keep on running. That's what he thinks. He thinks that this rally is going to continue. I don't know. You guys are more technical than I am. Let it rip.
1800 is the next level here that we're aiming for. Actually, that's not fully true. We got a couple of other levels to go over here, but yeah, this is a really nice setup. The John Bollinger over here would probably argue that a little bit of a consolidation here is probably not a bad thing. Given the fact that we've been riding so high off the top of these Bollinger Bands, it could be like a whole week in consolidation.
That would be so bullish for NFTs. A coil here would basically reprice them so nicely because all of them, almost all of them sold off so hard. I was going through a bunch of them and you had like 20 to 30% downward pressure on a ton of stuff. We saw all those loans default across Solana and ETH and basically attack the market. So like we saw floor prices drop. If we coil here, it's going to reprice them back up, setting up perfectly for like another pivot into another bounce.
I was looking at CryptoPunks, and the floor there is back over 100,000, and the VR floor was like $165,000, which is just absolutely ludicrous.
You dirty dog, Nick.
But
did you get yours for against 75?
No, I paid 90.
Which is a bold ass bet. Like, no, everybody needs to understand the floor of the damn punks was 50. Everybody's scared to touch them. Easy said target is 50. It hits 50. Easy's like, target's 30 now.
I know. I'm so fucking dumb, dude. I should have a punk.
What does Nick do? Nick comes in and head kicks the VR floor at 95 grand. Bold move. 90 grand. It's a bold move, ladies and gentlemen.
It should have been 80, but the guy raced me. I raced home. He beat me to it. I ended up buying it for 90 instead of 80. He cost me 10 grand, but yeah.
Was that before?
You scam me.
Was that before? Yeah, I forgot. We'll talk about that. But was that before you had an e-bike, Nick? You weren't able to get home fast enough because you didn't have your wheels.
That's probably accurate. The other day, I don't know, the bike situation, it felt quite treacherous the other day. I was being a little bit...
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of an incident that happened here for those that weren't with me and Nick on our ride.
We didn't even mention that. Me running into a car.
So for all the people on the planet besides me, Nick, and the guy in the car that don't know this, Nick rode his e-bike into a moving vehicle.
Okay. Fortunately, I survived the incident. The guy turned left in front of me, and that was pretty whack. I was like, this guy sees me, right? He's not going to stop, or he's going to stop. And he didn't stop. He cut across the intersection, turns left in front of me. I slammed the brakes. I slowed down, but I still couldn't stop myself from hitting him. I ran in right to where I guess his wife or whatever, like her car door, and she was looking at me kind of aghast as I ran into the car. I didn't dent it though. It was actually surprising. The guy gets out and walks around the car and is like, "Yo, use the brakes next time." And I'm like, "How about you yield the right of way, you piece of sh-" And then I start just like kind of cursing him out. We got into a
very aggressive
fight. I go over, clock him right in the face, right hook straight to the jaw.
This part is made up. This part is not true. This didn't happen.
Clocked him right in the jaw.
Everything you said was true up until this
and then
mixed martial arts part.
Okay. It's not mixed martial arts. That's just a punch. Dude, a punch exists across every form of
every discipline.
Every discipline, yeah, including just human fighting. but just a nice clock to the jaw. He basically was like standing strong as though he wasn't at fault. Here's the irony. When I was in high school, I was a young warthog. I turned left across an intersection there, and I got my car totaled. Person full speed T-boned into my car and went to court, and the judge definitively was like, yeah, you're at fault. Like you got to yield the right of way.
Really, you're like your Belgian roots with like having to turn left, very European. 2 accidents. Interesting there, huh?
I'm just saying.
What has to do with Belgian? I don't understand that.
Your
Exactly.
heritage.
Exactly,
European.
dude. Yeah, it's so ingrained in you, you can't even recognize it. Well, anyway.
What the hell are you talking about?
No,
Anyway,
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, when Nick was a young warthog, he
when I was a young warthog.
little musical theater from Nick at 9:33 a.m. Eastern here.
That's the Lion King, Pio.
Okay, well, yeah, that's okay. And I'm ready to get the show back on the road. Thanks for sharing the story of crashing your e-bike into a moving vehicle. Spencer has his hand raised, and I want to hear from Easy Kick, Signal, Bunny, everybody about what's going on. Spencer, how you doing, amigo?
I'm doing good. I'm pretty excited to see how like this unit of time plays out. I think, I want to correct a little bit of something, which is that there was like a pullback in ETH prices a little bit over the weekend, but a lot of stuff is at like local tops in US dollar prices because ETH is on like quite the run, right? And I think it's easy to forget how this works because ETH has been really like low vol for like almost 2 months at this point, right? But we're kind of back to where we were pre-FTX in US dollar prices. And so like, for example, Pudgy Penguins, they were at 7 ETH, they're at 5 ETH, but in dollars, they're up, right? Over where they were at 7 ETH because ETH was at 1,200 when they were at 7 ETH, it's at 1,500. So, that's 3 extra hundred per ETH, right? There's 5 ETH, that's 1,500 extra dollars. It kind of balances out. And so like, I think everything that's gone on right now is really healthy. Like I haven't seen anything that's been like, oh, like NFTs are selling off hard, but they could, right? And this is the risk is like, if I don't think ETH will run to like, call it like, 1,800 or something crazy, but it could. And if that happens, that's when I really think we see downward selling pressure on NFTs. I also think there's like 2 really big prevailing narratives in the NFT space right now, some of which I buy, some of which I don't, but it's worth talking about. And because the 2 narratives right now are one, that when the Blur airdrop incentivization goes away, which will happen at the end of the month because the airdrop's happening at the end of the month, when that happens, do we lose like a lot of volume of support? Do prices crash? Because I could see that happening. People are saying that's going to happen.
The bid walls.
We've also got the Yuga Mint. And
sure.
Say it again, Easy.
The bid walls will fade, which has been propping up a lot of prices. The other thing I am worried about, to Spencer's point, is what if this Blur airdrop is like a nothing burger? Like they have so much going out that a lot of people are anticipating like a nice stimmy, but what if it's just very underwhelming?
Spencer?
So 2 things. One, I don't think that's the real risk here. Like based on where the coin market's at right now, the market cap of looks fair. Like my guess for Blur airdrop is the low end is 100 mil market cap. The high end is like probably like 700 mil, which is a pretty big range. I know, but like I feel pretty comfortable within that range. So personally, I don't see that as a huge risk. You can feel otherwise. I think the question is like everyone there seems to be sort of consensus that like, oh, this bid wall going down is super bad. And I just don't know because there's also all this selling pressure right now, right? Like to me, it feels like there's kind of a net neutrality on this in that like if you dumped the bids, everyone who's airdrop farming immediately then resells it, right? And so to me, it's not obvious that should have any price impact. You certainly will be, I think, less able to exit large positions quickly, but that may actually be good for price, I think. I just don't know. And then the other one is just like Yuga Mint, right? Like last time there was a Yuga Mint, very much the top. So those are the 2 like headwinds maybe, but we could also, if we just range in 1,500 for a few months, it's really hard not to feel like bullish on NFTs in that environment.
Anything from Kicks on this? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I think the Blur airdrop will be good. I mean, I think it'll definitely like bring some free money in. The question is that like, are people going to take that and like roll that into ETH? Because like some people have like sort of, and Spencer would know better than me, but maybe like spent some money like farming the Blur airdrops. Like if they caught a bid and maybe lost a little money on it. So it's a question of like, do those funds like flow back into NFTs, or do people just like park it in ETH, right? Or do people just hold on to it because they're bullish on it, right? It doesn't necessarily mean everybody's going to take their Blur airdrop, dump it, and then like ape into NFTs, right? So we don't know exactly how the money is going to flow, but in terms of the market, I like the diversified bag approach as well that Spencer talked about and that Signal talked about. So I got my ETH. I definitely think that we could drag up. I'm prepared for like a head fake, some sort of head fake like we had in July and August where we like dump like 10%. Maybe that's out of the open tomorrow when like the market's open because equities went on like quite a heater. But I mean, there's still a ton of opportunity in the NFT space. You just don't get that much liquidity like we've had over the past couple of months, and it just like dies off. Like checks was $8 to 0.2, right? A kid called Beast. I don't know where you were able to mint that at, but that's a huge win. There's this. I was taking a look at this Create Terra Genesis Land. It's like Sandbox, but like actually
More like
click the game.
Roblox.
Yeah, more like Roblox. I clicked the game and I played it though, like right away.
Sick.
Yeah, you could have bought that 3 days ago at 0.25. It's now at 1.56.
You could have bought it last night at 0.25. It absolutely flew once it sold out, all the way up to this 1.6 floor. So, I mean, this was one that a lot of people tagged me in asking for thoughts on it. And I genuinely had not done my research on it. But it seems like there's a lot of good traction on it. Obviously, 815 ETH in the last 24 hours traded. Thing has flown to a 1.64. Even this morning, it dipped back to 1.3. Nice 2,500 supply. People are saying it's going to be like Roblox of Web3. That's interesting. The kid called Beast pumped all the way to 0.65, tailed all the way down to 0.2 when they hosted a space. The second the space ended,
Spaces have been bearish lately.
It actually dropped to 0.11.
Oh, damn. So, yeah, this really cratered.
Yeah.
Then you also had Jonah's real list drop last night, and that was selling for 0.5 from free and is now sitting at a 0.3 floor. So there's been a bunch of stuff.
This kid called Beast had DM me. We had I'm trying to find the conversation at the moment. I also noticed this is completely unrelated. Twitter's like broken, the Twitter Spaces, so there's no comment button on Twitter Spaces.
I see the comment button.
You do?
But there's only 2 comments, which is far less than what we would normally get.
Yeah, so instead it's a plus. What's crazy, when you join, it says join the conversation, and then it's a plus button to tweet out the thing. So they completely broke it.
I mean, they stay breaking it. You have to break it to fix it, Nick. You said that. So, that's part of it, man. That's Elon's doing what you say that he has to do.
Yeah.
So wait, did I just hear, did Jonah's thing launch?
Yeah, last night around 1:30 in the morning.
What's the name of the project, and why wasn't I able to mint it?
What the hell, Jonah?
Well, you had,
bro.
yeah, you had to ask.
Real agents, capital real space agents. So far, 340 have been minted. It's sitting at a 0.3 ETH floor, offers at 0.27.
I was going to
say agents.
Like just on this point about like what's going to happen to the market, I think what's most interesting about like the time of year that we're in like right now is that towards the end of last year, so like November, December, everybody was just looking at like the leaders to do something, and they were doing nothing. And so it was very much a focus like on the lower end of the market. The thing about Q1 is like this is when everybody comes back. So this is when all the older participants have come back, and it's also as well when all the projects are like, oh, I'm going to be dropping X, Y, Z. So the good thing right now is that the supply of like genuine projects which are going to be coming out in the next say 4 to 6 weeks is very high, and we're not sort of just we don't have the challenge of just focusing on say the Yuga mint. So I think there's enough interesting stuff happening right now that like the liquidity is going to stay strong.
We spent 40 minutes this morning going through projects on Sol and ETH, and there's at least 20 on each blockchain that look very solid. You have another paradigm mint coming up with what is it? AI something. It's a fighting game that's dropping. On top of that, there's so many other projects that are kicking off here. I've seen so many good threads on like stuff that's coming up. Momo Guru's a former Disney animation that's firing off as well. Let me just find this quick list. Sorry, there's like a ton. I was shocked when I finally spent some time going through some projects. Digi Daigaku villains are dropping. You have Yoga Pets, Ether. Yeah, this list is like wild for how many like quality projects with like people that are excited to like fire it off again.
So
yeah,
Joe-
and I need Eric's Discord because Momo Guru hit us up. I'm super excited about that
Hey.
project too. But also, oh, sorry, Nick, go ahead.
Just quick shout out to Jonah. I'm not able to mint, so you the best, man. Really
Jonah,
appreciate
what the
that.
hell, dude?
Shout out to
Hold
Jonah.
on. Customer service had on, even though I had 4 hours of sleep. Did you do it on Google Chrome?
Yes. No, I'm on Brave.
Okay. Yeah, that's why. So we have being a gaming community, we have an experience that requires a little bit of a higher GPU, and it's optimized for Google Chrome. So and Brave has a setting that you have to remove. I forget the name of the setting. So try it in Google Chrome.
I minted on
If
Chrome.
if you still have an issue, give me a few hours and like a coffee, and I'll be doing
Bro,
what I've been doing.
there's no
last
time
week.
for sleep, man. This is diaper season,
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
Yeah,
John,
but
congrats,
the bottom, I appreciate it. Yeah, so don't worry if you were on the list. This is not a public mint. It will never go to public mint, so your spot's not going to be taken. This is a private only mint for people who
go.
are already registered. I will be
Wait, did
putting
you
on the
forget to
customer
register?
service side.
I may have.
Well, if you forgot to register, then you're SOL.
You definitely forgot to register.
There's no way I did anything to register. So,
Oh, yeah, you
dude,
guys are
what do
both
you mean?
SOL.
well,
That's not a
if you go-
thing, dude. That's not a
It's a-
thing. You
it's
have
a
my
thing.
wallet. I don't know what to tell you.
It's 2023. So, but
So it doesn't work in Chrome either, so I'm not on the list. But there you go.
If you didn't register,
Responded to your tweets. I mean, I was there replying, saying, "Hey, I'm really excited about this. How do I get on the list?" Got no response.
Put the wallet on the list. You got the wallet. Put it on the
Add
list.
it on there.
Not
You know?
that hard.
Hold on.
Drop it on the list.
Put it on the
You guys
list.
are just bullying him for a spot
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
Let's move on to the next subject.
All right, all right.
Bullying this guy.
Okay.
Put them on the list.
So just relax.
I'm kicking you off stage, Jonah.
Let me finish the next day.
What
and
a
half.
what a
I
scam
have-
of a project.
I have reserved enough allocation, knowing this might happen. Just relax. It'll be fine.
Bunny's got his hand raised. Bunny, do you have some harsh words for Jonah? Do you want to continue to gang up on him with us, or did you want to talk about something
No,
else?
this is exactly like a kid called Beast Space last night.
Is it really?
Definitely not. Our Infura was properly truncated, so no, it was not like that.
Did you just say truncated, Jonah?
Yeah, dude.
That's
I like that
I just
word.
meant that they were yelling at the founder.
Oh well, he was very sorry, and he over allocated by 100%. We allocated 1-to-1.
I had a very smooth mint process personally with a kid called Beast.
Well, there you
I
go.
had a very smooth mint process with Jonah's project, so I don't know what you guys
It
are
was
catching
elegant.
about.
Is Spencer Ventures planning on accumulating thousands of Jonah's project?
You know, honestly, until I have the full supply, I can't rest. No, I'm kidding. I'm taking a look at it. Jonah is actually, people don't know this. Jonah is the person who got me into NFTs a couple years ago on Clubhouse. So I'm gonna back anything that he does. Little known fact.
Wow. And here I was thinking Jonah didn't know shit. And it turns out that he actually got Spencer into NFTs.
My first NFT article was April 2018.
My man
Well-
just said, yeah, Jonah doesn't know shit about shit.
Yeah, wow. I'm impressed, Jonah. I thought you were just like winging it. No, I'm just kidding. Jonah's extremely well researched. And honestly, I would not be mad if he didn't put me on his allow
You're
list.
gonna be on. Just relax.
No, it
Just
wouldn't be
give
bad.
me a day to go through customer service, but you'll just don't worry about it.
It's all good. We were just asking to be investors in your business, but still not on the list. I mean, that's just like, I don't know. I mean, not really. Not really. a bit-
You also I was like, yeah, let me know, Nick, and then crickets. So
We are going to do it.
We're in-
We've been talking about it. Look, when you become a venture capital fund, which is what we're doing, we're becoming literally like, big old, like, Stansberry research level venture capital fund, even though they're not a fund. At the end of the day, there's a lot of paperwork that you have to do. So we're investing in you, and we're making a couple other strategic investments, Jonah. Okay.
are you guys working on your PPM?
PPM.
Yeah,
Your private
we're
memorandum?
obviously really focused on our PPM.
We're focused on our PP.
Nick is a 5 and 30, Spencer.
I'm a 20/20 man. I got the clear vision. Hell, I'm a 30/10/10. I'm a triple double. Okay, that's number one with the 30 piece. So I just let Austin on stage. Austin is the head of business development at Doodles. He's got a coffee cup doodle as his picture. Surprised that he's requested to speak. He might
announce our partnership.
Yeah, he's here to announce the partnership between Doodles and the Nifty
and the upcoming PFP drop.
The upcoming PFP drop. It's going to be powered by, actually, if you just buy a Doodle, the money from the Doodle goes to us, which is pretty cool. So Austin, let him have it.
That's not true.
You guys were not supposed to leak that alpha this early. It's my first day. I thought we were gonna wait on that. So
is it really your first day?
Yeah, today is literally my first day.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Are you the first employee at Doodles?
First employee, yep, number one. Yeah, ahead of the founders too.
Wait, Austin, have we met in person before? I recognize your voice.
We did very briefly actually at the Doodles event. Spencer introduced us and at Basel.
Awesome, man. Well, welcome to the show.
For reference,
good to be up here.
The act of introducing Nick and Pio to anyone IRL is like the most horrendous thing ever, because it's such a coin toss if they're gonna try and make content or not.
Oh, you were definitely making content the entire time, just like running around the entire Doodles event. It was a very brief, like, oh hey, and then like kept going. So all good.
I might have had a couple too many tequilas that night. You know what I mean, Austin? But yeah, go ahead.
But you still remember your voice, so that's a good thing.
So you came on stage. What's going on, Austin? Let's talk.
No, all good. I just wanted to see what the alpha was. I know that Jonah dropped a project. I like caught it a little bit on the timeline, so I was trying to catch up this morning. But what else are we minting this week? What do I need to be sweeping the floors of?
Well,
and maybe Doodles. I heard there's an acquisition in the pipeline. That's what Poopy said on my spaces. Can you just tell me who you guys are acquiring?
I can confirm there's an acquisition. I cannot confirm who it is.
What?
Sheesh.
News coming very soon.
Actually, I've heard Doodles is acquiring Cool Cats. So that's a pretty exciting thing that we have going on.
So if you want some projects, though, I got a mean list.
Let's go easy.
Yoga Pets, Ether, Project Sin.
Send me all the deals.
Bro, I'm giving you all the deals. Mama Guru, AI Arena is the Paradigm one. We got Iron Paw Gang in the next couple weeks. Utopia, which has an insane backing from a ton of people as well. And then Mochaverse and Bunny Kitty are like my probably top 10 on ETH. And then Soul's got an army of them too. Like looking through this list, I'm so excited because it feels like it really is diaper season, mitten print season. There's at least 30 projects right now that I'm going through and aggressively looking into for like potential moves. And Kick says it all the time. Like right now, the NFT space, a lot of the volume is going to continue to circle to like the shiny new object syndrome. Like these next 100Xs are probably going to be new projects, not existing ones, which makes it a way more interesting market. With the crypto pump, I do think we range here because we pumped 30% on Sol, 15 to 18% on ETH, that even right now, it's going to start trending in an area where I'm excited to just kind of see what happens next. And if we do range, usually NFT projects recalibrate back to the upside where crypto's not flying. And after this massive pump, a lot of them were like severely oversold. You saw a lot of people taking WETH offers, a lot of people on the loan market defaulting, which leads to floors like cratering. So right now is like, if you see projects that are upcoming catalysts, announcements, etc., this is where I'm also looking into those existing projects. And then basically any somewhat hype project. Lost Realms is pulling like 1,500 live listeners on Twitter Spaces. That's dropping here soon. We got Loud Punks coming up, which seems like the most EV positive play if you get lifetime access to all of the Rolling Loud events based on like $1,000 mint. Like there's so many things that like when you actually look at the cost basis for the potential quote utility, there's a lot of moves to be made.
Love it. So a couple things. I just want to talk about some kind of more soft indicators as I am seeing more people come back that had disappeared after the market crash, like the same faces now coming back and getting active again. And just also seeing a general level of activity that makes me feel more similar to how I felt during the bull period. I'm not saying that this is a bull market, but I'm just saying the activity is without question up. Look, why don't we do a little fun exercise? Easy. Is Jonah's project a buy here? Should I sweep the floor and buy 5 of Jonah's project here right now?
1,000 supply, really low supply. There will be a PFP. It was a free mint. So right now you will have a lot of profit taking from people who just basically got on the real list to flip it. I'm going to be holding mine for, surprisingly, to me, an extended period of time, which could be 48
Can I tell you
hours.
something that will help you on that? Like, because I'm not going to tell you to buy or sell because that's illegal to do. What I can tell you is this, because people seem to miss this. Even if you have like on the spectrum, the most common key is the silver, the most rare is the fire. I think there's only 10 fire and I think 10 diamond. Just because you have a rare does not mean you roll a rare character. It means your character has at least one rare trait. So you could have a common key and still roll something more rare than the fire key. It's just a matter of your odds of getting a rare trait are higher on the fire side.
Got it. Didn't understand anything you just said, Jonah. Signal has her hand raised. What's going on, Sig?
So I was going to say, right. Basically, your hypothesis of like seeing people come back, I actually think of like, I don't think that's a good indicator of what is to come. And I tell you why, because if you look at like what happens in real life, right? I go to the gym all the time. December is my favorite month to go to the gym. It is empty. No one is there. Maybe like at 5, 6 o'clock when you go, 2 people. I love it. January comes and, you know, from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m., the gyms are packed. Most people will stay with this new resolution until I think they say like, I think it's like there's a specific date in February, which is, I believe,
6 weeks.
6 weeks. So I think it's like
6
the
weeks.
12th of February that everybody leaves the gym and then you never see them again. And this plays out every single year. It's going to be the same thing in NFTs. Everybody who was there last year, who disappeared at the end of Q4, who are coming back in Q1, who will get bored when liquidity goes away and volume goes away, will also leave the space. So I think like,
but there's a counter argument to be made based on like actual metrics. You got a lot of daily active new users still stepping in. First time wallet transactions are ramping.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Like that's what you want for continued volume.
But it's going to go away in Q2. And I think what's going to happen is that after May, and funnily enough, it actually coincides exactly with what is it? Go away.
Sell in May, go away.
Sell in May, go away.
Sell in May, go away. So I think we're going to have a really good run up until May because the conferences in April and May are going to give us that like extra bump to get to the end. But all I would say is like, I don't think this liquidity and volume that we're seeing right now is here to stay. I think it's going to go up, down, and then kind of fizzle out.
Love your take, Signal. As always, look, we got Nick Small on stage. Nick Small pulled up on us and you know, had the confidence of Nifty Nick. He's also got a similar frame. Nick Small, you've been 14 years old for 3 years. What's going on, Nick?
I was 13 last time I talked to you, Pio. So I'm now up a year. Quick question. How is everybody's voice coming out of your mic on my screen? I'm a little confused.
Look, Nick, there's harder hitting questions you could have asked than that.
When you're
amigo.
old enough, we'll tell you, Nick.
Yeah, we'll tell you when you're older, buddy. What prompted you to speak, Nick?
So I actually wanted to know why all of my Yuga assets are currently going down. And I was wondering if you, Pio, could tell me.
What Yuga assets you got?
I got a kennel.
You got a dog.
Woof woof, huh? Little barking action over there. Dude, the answer is because they revealed information. Remember, you pump into the disclosure of information, and so you want to sell before that information gets disclosed. The same thing plays out over and over again. The other issue that people are not as bullish on, I feel like the market is not as bullish on the sort of gameplay dynamics here because you're going to have to play a game. And so that's the issue that we're running into at this moment in time.
and you know, Nick, you're very young, right? So you have to learn this. You never want to actually deliver anything. You just want to talk about what you might deliver and be pretty cryptic and not clear about it, and then never actually disclose anything. Also, I want to say this is BS because I can't host the show and go and buy NFTs at the same time and like do the whole thing. I just can't do it, especially now that we have the video stream too. People are just buying Jonah's thing, and it's up. It was at 0.36 like 10 minutes ago, and now it's at almost 0.6. Stop doing that, everybody. Stop it.
Hey, but Pio, I'm going to give you something here. That last time I did this was the Mutant Hound Collars. So when this stream ends, I'm going to need you and Nick to actually sign up for this. Shout out Brian Louis John. No, this is another project that if you have a BAYC, MAYC, or other side you're eligible for, it's called Mochaverse. It's an Animoca brand project.
Oh.
Sign up for it.
Okay.
There's a potential to click 2 buttons and make money because of the existing assets you have. Last time I told you this, you guys said,
right.
I'm not doing this. Mutant Hands are only 0.05 profit. Me. And then they pumped the 2 week.
I don't know, man.
All right?
I got to get my ledger out. I don't think I'm going to
well, Bunny, you're going to click the first link that animates your ape. We all know how that goes.
Does it work with whatever those two, warm.xyz and the other app that delegate cash? Because that's the future here. That's the real thing. If you can, if you operate with Delegate Cash or Warm XYZ, it solves all those problems.
Speaking of, you see what Binance announced today as well? You can actually use capital on a cold wallet to trade now. They're actually allowing for the ability to not put all of your funds directly on Binance and still utilize it for leverage trading and capital collateralization.
So you mean a hot wallet?
Yeah. No, well, it does not need to be on a hot wallet. You can actually use a ledger and actually use it.
Why would I want to use a ledger to trade?
Dude, I don't ask questions.
it makes
your keys, your crypto. I don't know. Binance making sure that you don't have to put it all on their platform. So if they become insolvent, you're still safe.
Well, you're saying that I can hold it on my wallet. It doesn't need to, which is, I wouldn't put it on a ledger, but I'm saying, like, can I connect my MetaMask?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, there you go. Well, that's pretty awesome. That's actually super exciting if they allow that. Damn.
Look at that. That's
Dude,
pretty cool.
I'm on it today. I got all the infos.
Oh, I can tell. Well, you're always on it. So what I was going to say is I was about to throw a flag and say that as soon as a trend is identified, it doesn't work anymore. So I was going to throw the flag that the mutant, to get it, or like the ape and the mutant to get another thing isn't going to work anymore because it just worked with the mutant hounds. But then you said Animoca brands. So I think I'm in for the new one. So I'll definitely do that. It's interesting to watch Jonah's thing just pump here right before our eyes without me, having access to be able to buy it up to a 0.55.
That's because we're not on the list. We didn't get included on that list, Pia. That was what went on there. So that was the cause of this. People are basically saying, if these guys aren't minting and can't mint, this is bullish.
Yeah, exactly. Spencer, are you part of these buys? Are you accumulating right now?
No, this is a wide range of collectors.
I will tell you, I curated a pretty good list. I spent a lot of time on it.
All right, stop tooting your own horn, talking about your
That's
list.
all I'm gonna say. I like this was all I made. And by the way, I gave a lot of warnings to register, a lot. And not only that, I
responded to those.
You guys are gonna be fine. So just relax. Don't worry about it.
You hear that privilege?
Just chill out.
But I'm just saying that anyone who misses this mint or misregister and did it the normal way, it's that's kind of on you, because I literally sent a DM to all 354 people that were on it manually. I went I risked my account from getting banned 3 times on Twitter. There's nothing more I can do for you. It's on you.
You're risking it all. You're risking it all for your NFT collection.
This account makes money. I have sponsors. So yeah, I have a show like you guys. I have paying sponsors. So yes, I am putting my money on the line doing that.
Sure you do, Jonah. You have sponsors.
Well,
anyway,
real quick. As for the sponsorships, the distinction between you and us is that we disrespect the people who give us money, and you actually are a respectful, honorable person. So appreciate that. In terms of the other thing I was going to say, if you didn't sign up for the list, which you didn't, basically, based on what I'm looking at, the numbers, get on there, because I'm about to do the drawing for a free portal. You can get there from the nifty.com, THENIFTY.com. Shout out to our sponsor today, the Nifty.
Us. We're sponsoring our own stuff.
We're sponsoring it. Look, we would never disrespect our own brand. We wouldn't do that. So, just like Jonah's respectful and an honorable person who, supports his sponsors, we do the same. And that's why today's sponsor is us. The nifty.com, THENIFTY.com. Get on the list there, sign up, and you got there's some interesting stuff in the works, and we got a top secret person involved as well who's going to help us out with this initiative. There's some exciting things coming here. Very excited about it.
Damn straight. Signal's got her hand raised. Was that by accident, Sig?
Sorry, I raised it, and then I've had my phone very far away from my mic, and I forgot to put it down.
No worries at all. We got the Wolf of Crypto Streets on stage. I don't believe that the Wolf of Crypto Streets has ever been on this show before. That's a very creative name. You took the Wolf of Wall Street and changed wall to crypto. Wolf of Crypto Streets, what prompted you to join the show today?
Yeah, I slipped the name a little bit. I slipped it a little bit. I actually joined to talk about the rally because I don't.
Yo, hold on one sec. Your mic is completely jammed up in some way. It sounds like you're in a tube. Then you jammed tissue paper in that tube and then blew weed into that tube because you were trying to get rid of the scent while you were smoking that weed out the window. Is that what we're listening through?
Probably my network. I'll join again. I'll leave and join again.
Okay.
Or just connect to a different network. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks. So Nick's going to give away a portal. If we want,
you were going to throw out a signal. Let Signal say what she had to say. Jeez.
No, my hand was incorrectly raised. I was like,
oh,
the guy's internet connection wasn't good. That's why you can't hear him. You need to less talking and more listening. You got Bose headphones. Listen.
Bose headphones. Actually, they're Sony's.
Mine are actually
headphones, right? Signal. I mean, he's not even listening.
Mine are Rode headphones.
Got him. Got him, Bunny.
Damn, son. Where'd
Got
you
him.
find this?
Love it. Bunny's out here changing diapers, bringing in some snarky remarks in between. Well, look, I think the main story, we did a lot of NFT discussion today. I'm very impressed with us. Shout out to Easy. Shout out to Kick. Shout out to Spencer.
Yo, shout out to me. Shout out to myself.
Well, here's one thing you can actually help out with, Nick. Why don't we talk about the price action on ETH? Is it Tradio? Tradio. Is it Kaleo season? And are we about to move up to 1,800? What's the story, Nick? You bought $10,000 worth of Solana, and we all were kind of like, okay, that's a little bit of a gamble of a buy. And you were right. Did you sell that Solana? What's the story on the crypto side?
I haven't sold it yet. I'll just hold on to it. I don't really care. I'll add more.
You should hold on to it.
Yeah,
25 is the upside target for short term, and then after that's 32, 33 for me.
What?
Why not just? To me, it's buy low
and just hold this shit
and just hold. The ETH that I traded recently, I also had on one of the shows last week. I bought 10 grand of
Ethereum.
ETH. Yeah, and so that trade has worked out well. I didn't buy it at the bottom for that subset, but that's trading well. I like ETH has potential further to run. That said, you had the chart pulled up on I think it was on the weekly maybe, and when you look at the weekly, there is definitely resistance around where we bounced off up to as high as 1618, somewhere in 1592. So somewhere between in that range, we're getting resistance. Also, the levels that we're at right now, I don't really like in the sense that I'd like to see us break and close above 1590. Sorry, I got a phone call coming in. My apologies. I'd like to see us break above that. A close above that would be very bullish, and we could be headed up towards the 1700 range if we get a close above that level. So that's what I'm looking for right now. there's not as big of I remember what had happened when the ape coin collapsed and so did ETH. What was the catalyst for that? Like I feel like FTX was the main thing last time. This is back in
That would be November.
Yeah, so this is like we're back sort of to where the pre-FTX level was, and I think ETH was trying to give it a go back then. And then your boy Sam Bankman-Fried messed everything up. At this point, it feels like we don't have that similar FUD, and that was crypto rising in the face of all of the inflation news coming out at that point in time. So at this point, they keep saying it. Everyone keeps saying it over and over again. Is like, what's a catalyst for like a black swan / pullback? And I even saw some information where people were suggesting where some of the financial space was maybe saying that there's a potential that we don't have a recession. Now, I don't know if that's the case or not, but the bottom line is we've seen like bullish information around the jobs. We've seen a slight pullback in inflation. A lot of people that I had been watching on the inflation numbers were saying, hey, the Fed doesn't even need to raise rates. Inflation tends to be temporary or transitory is the word that they like to use. Transitory. And so the phrase that
Bitcoiners love that one. Transitory.
Well, the phrase that Elio was saying was some like transitory Goldilocks. I don't even understand what it was. I'm like, so Goldilocks is like commuting right now. I don't even understand it. But the maybe what that was implying is temporarily bullish. I don't know. We're not at the top of on the weekly, the Bollinger Bands up at where Kix likes operating. We are not near the top of this on the weekly, although directionally we are in this bullish setup. We have a lot of people would be saying this is a temporary thing. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I like buying, not right now, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more of a run here because we don't have any bearish catalysts at this moment. The only bearish catalyst is that Bored Ape Yacht Club is about to drop and their passes, and we're immediately going to see the price of those, which is going to be even a negative pullback further. The one thing that isn't bearish is the ape price action separately. That's one that I've been watching saying, damn, I wish I had bought that and staked it because it's doing phenomenally well right now. The price of ape is at 492, but I saw it as high as 530 maybe yesterday. And so that's one that I'm also watching saying, damn, like wish I had participated in that staking down at, because it had pulled back pretty significantly and you could have bought down at like 330. So that was the time to buy. You're up almost 100% on that trade, in addition to earning ApeCoin from staking. So that's one that I think is pretty promising as well. That's one that I'm paying attention to very closely, is the ApeCoin side of things. But right now, it's bullish. I expect us to sort of like chop for a couple of days here, simply because we had such a massive run up with ETH. I'd even love to see a pullback down to even like a 1400 range would be awesome. 1450, something like that would be great for just giving us more strength to turn around. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. But right now we have a very short-term bullish structure. The shortest of terms, though, I'd say stand by and wait to see if we get some consolidation here. And after that, and that could last an even week. I wouldn't be surprised for us to just chop here for a week. I would love that. And for us to make it through ape season and everything else. I think this is just a good, this is great.
Great. Well, love the info, Nick. Last thing before we wrap, Kix. You're a guy that is known to deploy capital. You swing the bat. You chop your feet. you take chances. Is right now a time that you're going to deploy 5 figures into the market?
If there's an opportunity, 100%. But it would have to be like a pretty interesting new opportunity. I am looking at some things that are like holding up really well despite like ETH going up. Like Ranga seems to be doing quite well. Valhalla's holding up pretty strong here. I was thinking about selling one of my pudgies at 7, but I couldn't do it. Liked it too much. Those are down from 7.3, but still holding up pretty well. But I think that I'll probably, I don't know if I'll add to my existing bags for existing projects, but I'm definitely keeping the radar on the lookout for like new projects that could get a lot of upwards action, because I think that's where you're going to get your highest ROI. And as Signal said, there's and Easy's tracking a lot of projects too. There's going to be a lot of projects over the next 2 months. A lot of people wait to launch until the new year so that when they get their capital, they're not paying taxes on it right away. So I just got to keep my radar open. Like this Create Terra thing, I mean, that was like an awesome guap. I wish that was on my radar, but I was busy this weekend. But yeah, I'm definitely willing to deploy some capital, but most likely on a new project. I already got my existing NFT project bags pretty packed up. Got my pudgies, got some Rangas, some Valhallas. So we'll see how all of those do.
Love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. We run the show Monday through Friday.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on one sec. We got to do we got to pick a subscriber to win today's free portal. You have 10 seconds to go and sign up at the nifty.com, THENIFTY.com. I'm going to pick a portal winner in 9 seconds. So that's when I'm going to start selecting who the winner is.
7 seconds.
And that's what's going to happen in 8 seconds now. So this is
5 seconds.
The longest seconds that have ever happened. 7 seconds is when I'm actually going to do it, because I'm on a different sort of time. A lot of people have been asking me, Nick, how's your face so youthful? How is your face so damn attractive? And that's just people asking me nonstop. And I say, my gosh, I appreciate the compliments, but it has to do with the time frame that I'm operating on, because we're down to 5 seconds right now. And a lot of people look at that and they say, is Nick on a different sort of like in a different universe of aging? And the answer for that is definitively, because we're now at 4 seconds and I'm about to select one of these. So if you just head over to the nifty.com, THENIFTY.com, I'm going to select that. And I'm selecting in 1 second here. I skipped over 2. You may have noticed that. That's an interesting thing. And selected. We got T. Aliman. Looks like you may be born the same year as me based on your email address. I will be following up. This person signed up. Guess when, Pia?
3 months ago.
September 17th of 2021.
Damn, long time newsletter subscriber. Holy smokes.
That may have been like around right when we started the show.
Wow. Well, that is a loyal newsletter reader.
Yo, shout out to that individual. Very excited about
Kingy.eth said, wait, what's the link? The link is thenifty.com or any of our Twitter profiles.
Yeah, it's there. If you can't figure that out, we don't want you in the community. I'm just saying. But you're going to be sitting there. A lot of people are going to be waiting. They're like, these guys aren't really going to give away free NFTs, are they? Are they?
They're going to do it.
And that's what they keep wondering about. I get messages all the time. Where's my free NFT? Literally. And then I respond to them. They're like, I didn't think you were going to respond. So that's like a ridiculous situation. Anyways, thanks for listening. Always remember, spay and neuter your pets.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we do this show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. Check out the newsletter. Check us out on other platforms. I have the tweet pinned to the top. Shout out to everybody that joined the show today, to Nick Small, to Jonah, to Spencer, to Austin Hurwitz. Congratulations on getting the job with Doodles. To Bunny, to the whole damn squad, Signal, Easy Kicks, Nifty Nick,